Hey guys, how's it going? And today I have a very interesting replay for you sent in by Iris in their Baltimore. Now they're going towards the A cap on Islands of Ice and it's already being capped by the enemy. And a first has just been spotted downrange. Iris is spotted in the Baltimore. It's really not a good angle and looks like they're already targeting. It's not a great position for a Baltimore. But we're going to make it work. Iris has just dipped out of contact with, I'm guessing it's an enemy destroyer in that A-cap, and is dodging the salvos from the first. But the question is, how are we going to pull this off? The team hasn't gotten into any caps. They're not really contesting anything. And the enemy's already basically taken 2 points. They'll have C here pretty soon. And that first is a really major threat to this fairly lightly armored American cruiser. And 3,000 damage done there. It's not a lot, especially to a first who has huge health bar. And that fire will help, but it's really just gonna help piss him off. And you can see his shots are starting to get a little bit more accurate here. And I think a Mikhail Kutuzov is right behind him, who is trying to pound Iris's ship out of commission here. But we are getting some pretty accurate fire on the first. It's slowly starting to add up. It's not doing anything major. Iris is up to 13,000 damage on just the first alone so far. But it does look like he's switched his target to, for some reason, the Tirpitz that's completely behind an island. So he just murdered that poor iceberg. So interesting decision from the first to shoot at that. Somebody got a fire on that first. That's good. I don't think he can repair that for a little bit, but his repair should be coming up pretty soon. And you can see the deck armor of the first in play here, as all of Iris's high explosive shells are just shattering. There's a fire way on the end of the first. He's burning in 2 spots now and has yet to put it out. But we still have to do something about the enemy destroyer in this cap before any of our team can really push into the zone and do anything about these enemy battleships. We do have a Khabarovsk moving in here. No, I didn't say that right. But he's going to move in, hopefully spot the enemy destroyer so we can get some shots at it. Does look like he's either he's getting shot out or the Tirpitz right behind him is. I can't entirely tell right now. But you can see Iris starting to push up now that they are out of line of sight, and Iris kind of has this iceberg to move up behind, hopefully to ambush that destroyer. The Baltimore does have, I do believe, 10.5 kilometer radar for a decent chunk of time, so hopefully we'll be making use of the second charge of this game here pretty soon. For now though, just playing it safe, staying out of sight, not wanting to run straight into that first, because that could be pretty deadly for this poor ship. What was that enemy team doing? Well, there's the Lion, the tier 9 British battleship. That's kind of scary. And there's the first, not doing so hot on health. And Iris's positioning has left them out in the open. Of course, that fire that Iris just set on the first is extremely lucky, though he has just noticed Iris and turned his secondaries in this direction. And there's 2 fires. Hopefully he can't put those out and he'll burn right down. But he was behind that iceberg for quite a while. Shots coming in. Iris just lost half of their health. Still taking hits. Main turret got taken down there. Looks like it's slightly back up. Armor piercing loaded to try to get the broadside of this first to kill him faster. Get rid of these secondary hits. There's 1 hit. That's a late 1,000 hit. And finally he's taken down. So there's 62,000 damage takes that first. Question is, where'd that Lion go? It's a very stealthy battleship, and there he is. He's actually managed to kind of beach himself over there. Iris has switched back to the high explosive and is trying to set a fire on the Lion, who I don't believe has had a fire yet this game. No RNG there. All the shells that hit shattered and none of them started a fire. Looks like that Lion was backing up. There's a fire. Iris is kind of launching shells towards where that Lion was, since he can't really move too fast, even though he did go unspotted. Does look like that lion's continuing to burn, which is also very, very good. Shots out, but that island, or not the island, the lion did beach himself on the island again, so he's now moving forward. Didn't stop one of those shells from hitting and doing damage, but it stopped him from getting a fire on him again. There's some more hits. Blind, can't really tell what they did. We gotta get another fire on this guy before his damage control party kind of revs off cooldown again. But, like I said, Lion's a very stealthy battleship. That thing has 10.5 kilometer detection, I think. It's quite scary when you're in a cruiser. And there's an enemy Yugumo trying to charge down the battleship that's on this side. And that's not good for that battleship. A Yugumo that close is pretty damn scary if you can't one-shot it. We do have radar at the ready, though. Lion is going broadside. There's the high explosive fire. Will it get a fire on the Lion? Let's hope so. Nope. There's a 5,000 damage hit, but no fires yet. Lion fired high explosive back. Ooh, there's a little hurt there. Fire. 2,000 damage with not high explosive, with armor piercing to the Lion. Turning our attention to the Kutuzov, who has decided to come out and play. There's a light hit. Another light hit. Come on. We need something big here. Maybe a fire? There we go. Fire, 3,000 damage. He might put that out immediately, but that does put his damage control party on cooldown. And now the only thing spotted over here right now is the Yugumo. Turns the guns that way. High explosive is loaded. Come on, Yugumo, don't dodge those shells. You know you don't wanna. And one hit for 1,000 damage. What else we got here? Come on, something big. There we go, 7,000 damage because the Yugumo detonated. And that's going to play a big part later in this battle, and you'll see why I say that. It's not so much in the outcome as in what happens. So there's a destroyer that got fun and engaged by the Baltimore at a decent range. But where's that Kutuzov? Iris did not use their radar because never really needed to. But that Kutuzov is hiding in the smoke over here. I bet he is not really aware that there's a Baltimore pushing around behind him. There's radar. There's the Kutuzov. He's trying to slowly move forward. But Iris has his broadside. And with that Citadel, he is not going to be feeling pretty good here. He's spotted in front of a battleship. There's another armor-piercing shot, but the Montana takes him out first. Which is kind of sad for Iris because that would have been an easy kill. But that's okay. Lion still trying to run away from this fight. Does not want anything to do with this push over here, and I don't really blame him. Doesn't really duel Montana pretty well. But we're finally getting this cap. The team is finally pushed into the C cap. There's a fire on the Lion, and the game's starting to look good despite the devastating point disparity that there is in the game right now. 2,000 damage. Yeah. Armor piercing might bounce quite a bit there. Another 2,000 damage. But he hasn't put out that fire, which is really, really good. He's slowly burning down, but the issue with that is the Lion can repair 100% of fire damage. And Lion has a really, really big repair. So that fire's not massive to him unless he can't repair before he gets burnt down. So come on, we need a little bit of damage here. The Montana just died, which is not great for this flank. Lion's on extremely low health. Will he get finished off? Looks like he's trying to heal. Yeah, he's definitely healing. He's outpacing all the damage that's coming in on him. He put out the fire. Boy, this is not great news here. He could basically get back half his health right here unless something were to kill him. And Iris is not getting lucky with the hits here. 3 hits doing no damage. Switches to armor piercing. Stop dodges most of those shells right there. 2,000 damage with armor piercing. Looks like the Lion has stopped healing and now has switched back to high explosive, hoping to get another fire on that guy. And of course, there's the fire. Oh boy, usually you don't see this many fires in an American cruiser, but, or at least I don't think so. I haven't exactly played them in a while. But this poor lion, he's just going to get hounded until he dies. He is leading these guys on a merry chase, and Iris is not getting lucky with the damage rolls to do a significant amount of damage and actually take him down. There's a fire he can't put out. That should be burning him down here pretty soon. Especially with him being sub 6k health. There's another 1,000 hit. That lion is not going to last too long. Which will be nice. Iris can turn in and move towards the other caps where the team is not doing so hot. Of course, the team only needs to take Bravo. It's the only cap we have left to take. The problem is they're about equal on ships, and the enemy team's ahead by like 400,000 points. So it's not great, and they just lost their Yamato. Of course, this North Carolina that's trying to flee the battle is making a pretty easy target of himself. Being broadside, we set him on fire once, he put it out. Still not pointing his guns this way at 2,000 damage, still broadside, still hasn't really noticed. Come on. One fire on him will finish him off. And that's all we need. Enemy team has gotten back into C. There's a fire on him. He will not be able to repair that. Iris switches back to armor piercing. Hoping to get a citadel here. Shots were a little short there, but still did 3,000 damage to him. He sails behind the island. New Orleans pops up. He's sort of broadside. Those might be able to penetrate there with the crazy American ricochet angles that we have, but nope, sadly only one overpen for 500 damage. Will that North Carolina be going down here? Looks like he will. There's the Witherer, and somebody finished off the North Carolina, which is okay. That was actually the third Witherer to go off in chat. No, fourth actually. There's been 2 Witherers now on Iris's team and 2 Witherers on the enemy team. So yeah, kind of interesting there. It's just raining achievements. Of course, Iris is not quite done yet. This New Orleans still has to be dealt with. There's a Conqueror and a Destroyer somewhere on this map too. And the Conqueror is a rather large threat, especially lasting this long into the game. His heal is going to be a lot more potent with less ships to focus him down. It looks like the enemy Ognivoy has just taken out Iris's Akazuki, so yeah, that's an interesting kill. Still wondering how he torpedoed an Akazuki, but you know, good job to him. Enemy team has retaken C, but it will cost them Bravo. At least I hope so. There's Confederate for Iris. There's High Caliber for somebody on Iris's team. Come on, we just have to kill this New Orleans. He's doing a really good job of dodging all these shots. But eventually he is going to take a couple hits that'll put him under. Iris is definitely not being the one to put the good hits down though. Getting very unlucky with RNG and that guy's turns. Only doing 400 damage a hit. And that New Orleans just put out whatever fire was on him. So he's gonna... Oh, nope, never mind. He now has a fire on him again. That definitely didn't take him too long. But we're finally getting a bit of damage on him there. There's 900. Well, it's better than 5. Still not great, though. Need to take him down so that he doesn't threaten our last remaining destroyer. Come on, guns. Do a bit of damage here. They just bracketed that guy that time. Of course, everybody's focusing down this New Orleans. He's not doing too hot. But the problem is it's only 3 cruisers and a destroyer. And... ooh, that's low. Goodbye, Mr. New Orleans. Against a Conqueror at 3/4 health, who probably has a heal up. Yeah. Not the best odds, especially with that Ognivoy working right hand in hand with him. And that poor cruiser in front of that Conqueror is not going to have a good day if he actually catches him out. There's a fire on the Conch, like I said with the Lion. Not the most effective way of taking them down. It will eventually burn them down and force them to use a repair, but like I said, 100% fire damage, or 100% of fire damage is healable. So while it helps focus him down, it is going to be something that they can heal back. And there, of course, is the High Caliber award for Iris. Come on, we got to burn that guy down. Does look like he's stopping, which is making a really easy target. I think he's trying to hide in the smoke, but he's not having a very easy time of it. And the Ognivoid definitely hasn't stayed inside his own smoke screen. Conqueror did put out that fire though. We have to take him down here pretty soon, or else he will pop that super heal that he has, and it looks like he just did. Yeah, his health's ticking back up. There's 3,000 damage, but it really needs to go down to 0 here pretty soon. This Khabarovsk is being used as a battering ram here, I guess. Is he going forward? Is he going backward? He can't really decide what he wants to do here. Looks like he's finally decided to go forward. Ognivoy can't seem to hit him. Conqueror's turned its guns this way. Has fired at the Khabarovsk. Oof, that's going to be a painful hit for him. But it will allow Iris to do a bit more damage to him. And any damage against a conch where it's not shooting back at you is good damage. Though Iris, once again, not getting very good RNG with these high explosive shells. Only 400 damage that salvo. A little bit over 2,000 that salvo, and the Conqueror has now decided to focus Iris. Yeah, remember that detonation earlier? Karma just got Iris back. Though, in the end of the game, Iris burnt down that poor Conqueror, earned its just but a flesh wound, and a Kraken. So, all's well that ends well, I guess. The friendly team should be able to finish off that Ognivoy here pretty soon. It's got a Khabarovsk and a Mogami hunting it. We have almost more points here, and definitely will have enough points. Well, that won't have a points lead if the game's over pretty soon. But we've got more caps. If that Khabarovsk actually finds the guy, he should be easy to kill. But yeah, Karma swinging its big bloody axe and whacking Iris right out of that fight, right before the Conqueror got killed. I guess detonation for detonation in this one. And just the sheer amount of awards that were earned this match was pretty insane. But it's coming down to the final 20 seconds, which isn't great. 100-point disadvantage. 2 ships versus 1. Almost 10 seconds left. Sounds like the Ognivoy was just spotted. There he is. 7, 6, 5. There goes the Ognivoy. Well, I guess that Ognivoy shouldn't have been trying to contest that cap against a ship that is 2 tiers higher than it. I believe that ship's only a tier 8 now. But yeah, very lucky that he decided to come back, and I'm sure Iris isn't complaining for the win. But the detonation, on the other hand, could have definitely been gone without. So yeah, overall, despite the detonation, a very good game for Iris. 15,400 experience earned. Confederate, Kraken Unleashed, Tis But a Flesh Wound, Witherer, Detonation, High Caliber, just a string of awards there. 210,000 damage, and it definitely, the movements that Iris made during the match definitely paid off. Finished top of the team with almost 3,000 base experience, with the Khabarovsk close behind at 2.6 thousand base experience. So all in all, very good game. And if that Conqueror hadn't detonated Iris, could have been a 6-kill game very easily, especially with how that Ognivoy wanted to play the cap at the end by somehow going back in and trying to duel a cab at close range. Not entirely sure what was going on through that guy's head, but I guess it worked out in Iris's favor and turned it into a victory. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Good luck out there and have a nice day.